It's more boots. Good morning, it's Glyn from Global Animal Welfare Solutions, and another quick review, this time a long-term-ish review on my pair of Niton Tactical boots, Niton Basic Tactical boots. If you've seen the other video, you'll know I've probably had these for a while. When I first went to Bermuda, I had two pairs of boots. I had a pair of old Magnum Classics, and I bought a pair of Magnum Panthers, which were the new boot at the time, just come out, the bargain boot, and basically they weren't worth really buying. But I digress. These are my Niton boots, which I bought while I was out there. I got them shipped out to me, and I had them at the same time as I had the Bates boots. So I wore the Bates boots first, and I actually wore them out, and then in the last sort of 2 or 3 months of my contract, I started wearing these. So they haven't actually had a lot of daily use. Usually my boots last about 12 months. These obviously lasted a lot longer, so they're sort of getting on for 2 years old now. They haven't had a lot of use, so they're not very, the tread's still reasonably deep in that. So basically these are more, it's more to do with the age rather than the actual amount of use. Although saying that, you know, they have had a fair amount of use. So, like I said, with the other ones, what do I think? Well, they're not bad. I got these because they were slightly cheaper than the Bates boots at the time, and I just wanted to try them out. You know, I like trying different things, and you never know how things are going to work out. And these are okay. As I say, they're not fabulous, and I think the thing is, there's a lot of these companies, they're jumping on the bandwagon, and that's certainly not knocking Niton at all, because they make some absolutely fabulous kit, and I'm going to do some more reviews on some of their stuff, which is actually, personally, I think better than some of the top brand stuff. But a lot of these companies, they produce stuff that is similar to, you know, like, you know, well-known stuff, and I guess that they're aiming at the slightly lower end of the market. Although these days the prices are much the same. For instance, these boots, just gone on, it's now January, sorry, not January, it's December 2014. These boots are on the website, the Niton website, for £80. Now you get these as part of a kit, all their kit. You get a handcuff key and a torch, and they're selling it for £80, which is actually the same price you can get a pair of Bates boots for, Bates side zip leather boots. So to be honest, if I had the choice, I'd probably go for the Bates boots. But that said, they're not a bad boot. The problem with leather and fabric and any sort of composite boot is, you know, reliability, and particularly with the side zip. If you're going overseas, or you're only going to take one pair of boots, you've got to be very conscious of the fact that there's a lot more weakness in a composite boot if it's not made well. So the main problem I had with the Magnum boots, the Magnum Panther, was quite early on, and obviously not these, because these haven't, as you can see, these are pretty robust, but quite early on I caught them. I was under a loading dock rescuing a feral cat, and actually nicked the fabric with it must have been a bit of rebar or something, and it just unraveled. The whole side panel just unraveled. So that's one thing you've got to look for. Ripstop fabric is a must, because if you rip this, it's going to start unraveling. You know, with leather, not so much. You know, you could probably get it sewn by a local cobbler, because, you know, you go overseas, third world, they're pretty good at repairing shoes, so you can probably get leather shoes repaired. When you're talking about fabric and fancy moldings and stuff, you know, look, you know, all, you know, stitching and stuff, it's probably not so easy. So that's one thing to think about. And the other thing is the zip. You know, this is it's a YKK zip. It's not a bad zip. It's quite thick. It's not as thick as the Bates zip. It's not as chunky as the Bates zip was. And as you can see, I've caught it. I don't know how I did it. I don't know when I did it. But I caught it on something, and it's just broken. So basically this boot is weakened. Now what I've done is I've super glued the whole zip up now, so I put plenty of super glue in there, and every now and again I put a bit more super glue in there to stop it splitting, because you know, you catch this on something, the whole zip's going to just open up. So I've super glued that up, and I now use it as a normal boot, and it's fine. Now the plus point on these boots is they're very comfortable. Straight from the box, they're very, very comfortable. I'd probably risk, you know, taking a brand new pair of these boots overseas or something, because they're very, very comfortable straight from the box. And it's a bit difficult to give a real review on these. Now I do look after my boots. I do, you know, I clean them, as you can see. You know, I do like to polish my boots, and I do treat them. Now these have been used on and off, and they've been stored and they've been used, so they haven't had continuous use, so that may be part of the problem. But I don't know if you can see, they're beginning to, you probably can't, well, you might be able to, they're beginning to split. Now they haven't really had a lot of use, not continuous that and these are even worse. You know, they're splitting quite badly. Not that they're ever waterproof before, and again, you know, the leather is cracking, but you know, they're not bad boots. So if they were a bit cheaper, I'd certainly recommend them. But if you're talking about the fact that these boots are the same price as a pair of Bates boots now, I probably wouldn't. But you know, you guys may find out differently. You know, everything, like cars, you get a bad car, you get a good car. You know, I'm in two minds. You know, they're pretty good. They're very comfortable. They give you a lot of support. They're sort of holding their shape not too badly, which is another consideration I have. I like my boots to look properly formed. The problem with the Magnums was that certainly the Magnum Classics, they tend to look like a manky pair of slippers after quite a short period. But these are sort of holding their shape quite well. And I say they're very comfortable. They've got this big cutout at the back, so you know, obviously it's not cutting into your ankle, and you know, they're very comfortable to drive in. Tread's pretty good. The tread grips really well, a lot chunkier than the Bates boots, and overall not a bad boot. I don't know, I'd be in two minds whether I'd get another pair, but now I've found Bates boots, I'll probably go for Bates boots. But you know, by all means try them out. They're not a bad boot, and see what you think. So thanks for watching.